What's up, YouTube? It's Gabe Sharp with NewFrontierBusiness.com coming to you with a new haul video for today. I don't usually source on Thursdays. Usually I hit the big Salvation Army Wednesday sales, but this week I had a business meeting with somebody else on Wednesday, so was unable to really get any sourcing done. Made up for today, and Thursdays are really good at Salvation Army too. I end up finding a lot of the color tags left over, 50% off. So, two colors are regularly 50% off at the Salvation Army anyway. You get a lot of leftovers on Thursdays. So, when I have one on Thursdays, I've had success, and no different today. So today I was going to actually do things a little different. I was going to more... So let's say, I usually pull all the price tags before I do these videos. Some of them will do a little different. I'm going to leave the price tags on. I pulled 4 before I come to this epiphany that I was like, leave the price tags on. We can do that. So, this way everybody sees the price for themselves. So the deal was blue and white tags, all 50% off. And, yeah, it was a great day sourcing. I was going to let a couple of people get into the room. I know right now Luke is live over on Endless Entrepreneurs as well. I'm not trying to be his competition, but I kind of put the time out there that I was going to be live on Instagram, so I have to do it. I myself like Luke's channel, so it's nothing that I'm trying to battle him or anything like that. I just didn't realize he would be live at the same time. So, but before we get into anything like that, I do want to send very, very positive vibes to everyone down, all my fellow Texans down in the Gulf Coast, Galveston, Brownsville, etc., all the way down there. You guys stay safe. The impending hurricane this weekend is going to be crazy. Here in Austin, I know we're expecting like 7 or 8 inches of rain possible over the whole weekend. So it's going to be crazy. Stay safe out there, whatever you do. Man, you never know. But it is coming. It's definitely coming, and it'll be here tomorrow evening, I believe they said. And it should make landfall as a hurricane. It's just crazy. It'll be the first pretty much direct hit hurricane that, we've had since I've been here in Austin in the last 4 years. So, yeah, it should be very interesting, to say the least. But, well, that being said, haven't got anybody in the room yet. I know I'll get a couple that trickle in here in a little while. I've had a lot of questions here lately. I was going to talk about what I'll be doing with this channel over the next month. September, I do plan to really scale up the content on this channel. I'm going to begin working a lot of the questions that I get from people into video ideas. I've done this a few times in the past. People asking me what brands of women's clothing sell best. I did the top 10 list of that. Just things like this. And I just, I stay so busy that it's hard for me to really get to doing these all the time. So I'm going to start waking up even earlier. I already get up at 6 on most mornings, but I'm going to begin getting up a little earlier, even around 5. So I can get videos and so forth knocked out early in the morning before I have to source and list and, all of the other things involved with being a reseller. Currently working on a big wholesale deal that I'm trying to get finalized. That can be quite a undertaking as well. So I've had that going on. Sent in an Amazon FBA order yesterday. Of course, Amazon FBA. A lot of people asking me questions on Facebook about the gating restrictions from FBA. And I honestly, I don't know what to tell you. Some people are grandfathered in. Some people are not. Even those who are grandfathered in a lot of categories have been hit in certain categories, including myself. So it's really just, it's Amazon's platform, and they can really, they call the shots. You know, you're at their mercy when you sell on their platform. The fact of the matter is, there are plenty of other platforms to sell on, guys. I mean, plain and simple. I sell on eBay. I sell on Poshmark. I sell on Mercari. Mercari is really stepped up its game. They've put out a big advertising blitz, really trying to push their app, and it's been successful. Um, of course, if you find vintage gear, Etsy is always great to sell vintage stuff. So, I mean, there are other platforms. You know, if you can't do it with Amazon FBA, then you have to look elsewhere. You have to adapt, just like, you know, everything else. You know, people I mean, 10 years from now, 18 wheelers, they'll be driving themselves. Truck drivers will be obsolete, and I hate that. But truck drivers, they have to be ready for that. They have to adapt now, because when self-driving 18 wheelers are there, I mean, it cuts costs. In the long term, something like that cuts costs tremendously. So, it's the evolution of business. I mean, and when business hits you as a seller or a reseller, you have to adapt. You have to be prepared. And you have to really take the bull by the horns and just adjust your business strategy and scale it the way it fits you. So, but that being said, a lot of people asking me questions in terms of, shipping and some other things. So I'll be doing a couple of those videos later on in the week. So, you know, watch for those. You can always subscribe to me over on Instagram as well. And I do daily updates pretty much regularly, either while I'm sourcing or while I'm listing or just stuff like that. So, with that being said, I'll get into the haul for the day. So, like I said, I'll start with the things that I did pull the tags off of just because it didn't hit me right away. First up, got these Ralph Lauren Polo corduroys. These are size 36 by 32. They're hunter green. Excellent condition all the way around. These were $5.99. They were 50% off. So $3. Very nice little snag. Now I'll sell those for about $30 to $35. And another pair. Ralph Lauren Polo corduroys. These are a size 40 by 32, so an even bigger size. Same on these, $5.99. Paid $3 for them. Sell them in the area about $35. Next up, 100% silk nast pleated slacks for men. These are a size 36, and they are in excellent condition. I picked these up for $5.99, 50% off, and I will sell them in the area of $35 to $40. Next up, Tommy Bahama, 100% silk men's slacks. These are pleated as well. Pleated tends to move a little slower. Flat front moves better. But these are, as you see, pleated. They're in excellent condition. Pick these up for $5.99, $3, half off. And I will sell those in the area of $30. Alright guys, so this is a pretty nice Polo brand. Juno. If you ever find these, hold on to them. Just remember the name. Just remember the capital of Alaska. Juno. These nice flannels. It's a button-down flannel. And I picked this up for $5.99. It was not on sale. Picked it up $5.99. And it'll sell in the area of $30 to $35. I'll probably list it at $35. Next up, Duluth Trading Company, size XL, mesh fisherman shirt, excellent condition. And like I said, leaving the price tags on so you guys can see for yourself. This was $5.99. It was 50% off, and I'll sell this for about $22.99. Next up, Ralph Lauren Polo, 100% cotton there. This is a size 2XL, which I always pick up. $5.99. It was 50% off, and it was $3. I will sell it for about $25. Next up, Salt Valley Western Pearl Snap, $3.99. It was 50% off, so it's $2. Sell this for around $25. Next up, another Salt Valley Western, same here, $3.99, 50% off, $25. Salt Valley Western wear, if you don't know, 100% sell through. Just unbelievable brand. It does really, really well. So if you find it, pick it up. So you guys just join. Appreciate the like. If you miss it, Juno, go back and watch the video. It's a brand you want to look for. I'm awesome. I'm awesome. How are you? On the roads again. It's awesome. It's a sweet name. Next up, this is a Brooks Brothers Sport. See the tag there. I don't really pick up the regular Brooks Brothers. So what I pick up in Brooks Brothers is the Slim Fit and the Sport line. They do really well. And then, of course, in terms of sweaters, I pick up anything 100% wool, cashmere if you can find it, anything like that from Brooks Brothers. The shirt was $5.99, 50% off. It was $3. I'll sell it for $25. Next up, a brand that moves pretty slow for me, but it still moves eventually. Winter coming up. It's a Lucky brand. It's a long sleeve thermal polo style shirt, collarless, excellent condition. It's got the vintage style Lucky brand tag down bottom. Picked this up for $3.99, 50% off, so it was $2. And I'll sell it for about $25. Women's clothing, starting to really scale that up for the winter time. I don't have a great deal of success with women's clothes during the summer, so I don't pick up a lot of them. Fall and spring, I tend to kind of dabble a little bit more. Now, women's athletic wear I pick up all the time because it's always sell through. Just really, really good for me here in Austin. Yeah, Lucky stuff is slow. Absolutely. Men's Lucky brand jeans sell better than anything, but Lucky brand is a slow move. It's a real slow move. Lucky brand women's jeans, terrible. I mean, you can barely give them away. So I stopped buying those a long time ago. But men's Lucky brand, especially certain lines. So if you pick up like the 221 original straight, the 181 relaxed like straight leg, or even like the 410 athletic, if you can find those, all three of those move exceptionally well for Lucky brand in men's jeans. The 363 vintage does pretty well, but it's a tad slower. But the 221, 181, and 410, those are the ones you want to really look for with men's Lucky brand jeans. They'll usually sell pretty quick. Next up, this is an Under Armour women's hoodie, size small. It depends on, so Do I have a price ceiling in terms of designer brands on shirts? Um, I do for the most part. It kind of just depends on the shirt. Do you have a specific brand that you were wondering about? Because I mean, it really, really does depend. So, because if I find something really vintage, or I mean, there are definitely a lot of like, I mean, like if I find a Versace shirt, or something, or like a Brioni silk shirt that's in mint condition. I mean, obviously, I'm going to price these up a little bit. I mean, it just really depends. But Brioni, Versace, you know, uh, any high end brands like that. Not so much with like Burberry. See, a lot of people think Burberry, when they find Burberry, they found the holy grail. But the fact of the matter is, Burberry doesn't really even sell that great. Uh, the only real products in Burberry that sells is like the polos, or if you can find the blazers, of course. Blazers do well. So $5.99 and $7.99. Oh, so you were wondering if I have a ceiling in terms of what I will pay for a shirt if it's in mint. Okay, so that's different. I thought you were saying in terms of what I sell shirts at. And it was like, well, that really depends. So, in terms of paying for a shirt, once again, it is the same though. I'm going to gauge that based on the brand. If I find a 100% silk Brioni shirt in excellent condition and it's $7.99, I'm buying it because I'm going to sell that shirt for $45, $50. You see what I'm saying? Same with Versace, Gianni Versace, especially like the Medusa stuff, anything like that. Uh, I'll pay up for that because I know I'll sell it. There's just certain, like here recently, I think I paid $5.99 for a CC Filson shirt, not too far back, and I'll happily pay $5.99 for a CC Filson shirt. It's a brand that it sold within 4 days, and I sold it for $40, so it's just an easy sell. So yeah, it really depends on the brand. You got to know your brands. Uh, if you know those, then you'll know what you should pay. And of course, always check comps if you're unsure. That's the easiest thing. Um, Pull it up on your phone and check it out. It's definitely what I would suggest doing if you're unsure at any time. But to me, yeah, it's all about the brands. I've been doing this for 5 years now, so yeah, Arc'teryx. I don't know if you saw I did a video on winter brands. I had Arc'teryx as like the number two brand. Arc'teryx is a great brand. Anytime you find that, pick it up because it sells extremely well. Yeah, Arc'teryx is awesome. So yeah, absolutely, that's a great brand. Very much so. So I'll breeze through a little bit more of this haul for you guys. I'll show you the women's clothing. Got a couple watching on and off. So of course my YouTube channel, I'm not up there with these the big ballers as they would say, but that's not really what I'm here for. So I appreciate you guys checking me out. That's really what I care about. So Lauren Conrad, these shirts, this was $1.50. The fuzzy sweaters, they sell exceptionally well. They're not high return items by any means. Paid $1.50 for it though, and I'll sell it for $20. It's light enough. I weighted it's 15 ounces, so it'll go first class. It's an easy sell, quick money. It'll be easy to sell at $20. Um, so those type of things sell exceptionally well for me on Poshmark. So it'll probably sell on Poshmark before it does on eBay. It's usually the case. This brand is called Babo. Women's V-neck sweater, cardigan, $2.99. It was 50% off. It's $1.50. Sell it in the area of $20. Same way, Babo does really well for me on Poshmark. moves a little slower on eBay, so it's kind of hit or miss, but it'll probably sell on Poshmark before it sells on eBay. So Christmas sweaters. If you guys don't know, start grabbing those ugly Christmas sweaters now if you haven't already started, because they are money through Q4. They're an easy sell. Even low-end brands like, I got a Croft and Barrow in here, so they sell. The uglier this Christmas sweater, the better. I really like the vest. My eBay sales are slowing. They're slow, but they are starting to pick back up a little bit. So I went back and looked at my numbers. Thank you for the question, Mama J. I appreciate that. So I went back and looked at last year's numbers, and I had pretty much the same thing. My sales slowed in the middle of August and kind of went through nearly the end of August. But the last 4 or 5 days of August, they've really picked back up. And then, of course, on through September, all the way to 2 weeks into December, they were steady the entire time. So they're definitely, they're picking up as of right now, but they were really slow last week. I mean, one of the slowest weeks I've probably had of the year. Oh, so it's your first year. So how many items do you have in your store, Mama J? Just curious to know. I always like asking newer sellers. Yeah, see, that's slow. So you have 800 listings and sell like one a day on average. I mean, so theoretically, where I look, yeah, having eight. So let me say right now, 800 items in your store. That's awesome, Mama J. That's awesome. So yeah, that's. Thank you on the roads again. That's exactly what I was going to say. So the best way to generate sales is to up your prices a tad, go above the ceiling that you're actually looking to get, and then run a big sale. Like a 40 to 50% off sale. Oh, you have tried that? Well, that is really the best route. Do you use your social media at all in terms of selling? Because I say this because I share my stuff on Twitter. I share my stuff on Instagram in many cases. I have store pages that coincide with my eBay stores and share these. And the reason I share them is because you'll get a view boost as soon as you share the item, and it actually registers with eBay's algorithm. So eBay will actually give you a boost in search results as well, due to you sharing on social media. So, just a little tip, let you know on that. A lot of people have this idea that it works the opposite, that it's not good to share on social. I don't know where they get that from, but every time I've ever shared on social media, I see a boost. Yeah, absolutely. So you're 5 months in, you have Instagram. Okay, so yeah, so if you guys have a store, build a Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter account that coincides with your store name. Like, really work this as a brand, like you have an actual store. So you want to build this up and list on those to coincide with that. Every time when you're listing on eBay and you're running sales, advertise it on your Twitter. Use hashtags properly. Use brand names and hashtags. Use sale and hashtags. You want to make sure you really hit the social media side of this right. You're not trying to just spam people, of course. You just want to interact. So, for example, I use my Facebook to share articles about brands. I use my Facebook to share, clothing updates on, you name it. Yeah, no problem. No problem. It works. Social media side, just like on everything else, social media drives traffic. It works the same on eBay. So, I'll finish out this haul for you. So next up, well, just simple Victoria's Secret long sleeve, pink. It's got the love pink along the back. 86, excellent condition. This was a yellow tag item. It was $3. I'll sell it for around 20. I just picked it up because it is quick sell through. It'll sell on Poshmark really quick, so easy money. Next up, women's Joe Rocket. Nice jacket there, motorcycle jacket, $5.99, 50% off, $3. This is another Polo brand, if you will. Joe Rocket does exceptionally well. Of course, if you find men's Joe Rocket motorcycle jackets, they're a must pick up. They'll sell really quick and they sell really, really well. But let's just see the tag one more time. That is Joe Rocket. And like I said, this was $3. Always be on the lookout for that as well. I will sell that jacket for the area of $30. Next up, Live a Little. Yeah. So earlier in the video on the roads again, I mentioned another brand to be on the lookout for. I don't think you had joined us yet, but the brand is called Juneau, like the capital of Alaska. Always be on the lookout for that. They make plaid button downs and etc. Really high end. They sell for about $35 to $40 pre-owned. I bought one today for $5.99. So, and the brand is called Juneau, and it's got a little polar bear on it. So that's what you look for. So Live a Little. These are really well in terms of like the denim jackets, and that's exactly what this is. It's a brown denim jacket, size small, excellent condition. Selling about $25. This didn't have a price tag on it at the Salvation Army. Manager gave it to me for $5.99, 50% off, so it was $3. Next up, Apartment 9. This is a brand that's not something I usually pick up, but this is an awesome trench coat. As you can see right there. Just really nice. It's a full-length trench. The cool purple and black gray pattern, polka dot almost like pattern. The huge buttons. It's just a really nice jacket. It'll sell extremely well. It'll sell extremely quick. I paid $7.99, 50% off, and I'll sell it for probably $25 to $30, and it'll sell quick. So Christmas sweaters, that's what I was just talking about. I picked up 3 of them today. Picked up a couple the other day. These are a must right now. Always pick these up. So, how is Q4? So, Q4 is hands down the biggest time of the year. I mean, that's why I said my sales always start to turn around at the beginning of September. And no, I don't consider you a video hog at all, Mama J. If you're watching, like I said, I don't have a big YouTube base right now. So, I'm free to answer questions with you guys all day. It's not really a big deal. I mean, you know, it's what I'm here for. I've already, I've knocked out all my stuff for the day. Right now, it's my time to do this. I do these videos to help you guys. I've got, years of experience doing it. I'm very brand knowledgeable. I just don't have a huge YouTube base. So, I actually kind of find it a blessing at times. It allows me to really interact and get to know the people who do follow me. So, I don't consider you a video hog at all. So, don't worry about that. But as far as Q4 goes, Q4 is, if you have 800 listings going into Q4, I mean, you should be really... Yeah, exactly. That's... No, and I know the slowdown can be discouraging. The slowdown is discouraging for a lot of people. It really is. But you just have to chug through it. Because it will get better. There are brighter days on the other side. All eBay sellers deal with the slowdown. Whether they're doing $20,000 a month in sales or they're doing $2,000 a month in sales. They deal with a slowdown, and it usually comes at the end of summer. Uh, some people's taper back in early in August. Some people's it's later in August. I mean, it's really just hit or miss. So with mine, I can tell you why mine probably slowed down was because I went ahead and turned the corner towards seasonal gear in the fall and winter in early August. And sometimes when you do that, people are still looking for some summer stuff. They're not ready quite yet to buy winter stuff, so therefore it puts you in a lull. And that's where I found myself. I found myself listing a lot of jeans, a lot of, sweaters, as I still am doing, because the fact of the matter is, I'm not really concerned too much with July and August. July was a great month for me. Let me just say this: July was pretty good. August was terrible. It has been terrible. It's starting to pick up now, but I'm focused on Q4. So that's why the other day when I had the haul video, I had like 25 pair of jeans because that's my focus. I know jeans are going to sell through Q4. I know sweaters are going to sell through Q4. I know hoodies are going to sell through Q4. There are certain things that I sell that are always going to sell. Yes, exactly. Started picking jackets 3 weeks ago, then you did the right thing. Because that's where you want to do it. Because the fact of the matter is, when you guys get into these months, like September, October, November, and you start seeing jackets selling like crazy, you're not going to be able to find them at your thrift store. You're not going to be able to find them at your thrift store because everybody else now sees jackets are selling. So you have to get these things early. You have to store those nuts for the right season. I mean, plain and simple. So if you started picking jackets 3 weeks ago, that's awesome. I mean, I pick jackets all summer long, and I put them up. I just keep them ready, and then when I start hitting listing really hard for winter stuff, I have them up. I have about 5 North Face jackets in there right now that I just have to list. So, I mean, yes, Q4 Mama J should be a lot better for you as long as you are focusing on the right items. Don't expect to sell a bunch of shorts and you have 250 jeans in your basement to list this weekend, and you've been getting jackets too. Okay, awesome. Then yeah, I mean, there will be bright days coming for you. I promise. Just stick with it. Keep hustling. Keep sourcing. Keep listing. Sharing. So forth. If you do this, your sales will pick up. Q4 will be great for you. All right. So I'll knock out these last few items on the haul before I get sidetracked on another rant. So I will rant about the slowdown all day. Because my Facebook page, this is the biggest question I get inboxed. Like, my sales are terrible. My sales are slow. And in my Facebook group, the same way. I mean, because they are. Sales are bad this time of year. They just are. So it's not just you. Yeah. Yes. No, it's a killer. It will kill new sellers. I've seen so many new sellers drop from the resale game simply because they get discouraged through the summer slowdown. But for those of us who have been doing this for years, it's a part of the game. You have to be ready for it. You have to use these months, Q4, and even Q1, early Q1 in 2018, to really stock up. Save that money. Have it just, you got to be ready. You always have to be ready because this is going to come every year, like clockwork. And it's going to hit you again in February. February slow, towards the end, and March are going to be slower. Yes. So, on the roads again, it says he has had 5 times as much sales in September. Absolutely. Last year, I did almost 10 times the sales in September that I did in August. August was my worst month. September was my best month. Just 1 month apart, just like that. So, yes, you're absolutely right. September is usually a great month. So here's the Christmas sweaters I was talking about. This one's just a Talbot's brand. Yes, I did pay $3.99 for it. It was full price. But it is a hideous Christmas sweater. And it will sell for an easy $20. Another Christmas sweater. This is a white stag. Not a vintage one either, which would be really awesome. Vintage white stag does exceptionally well. This one not vintage, but still an awesome Christmas sweater. The vest, no pockets, but still awesome. Yeah. No, it's awesome. It's really awesome. So I picked it up for $4. Sell it in the area of 20. And then lastly, one more ugly Christmas sweater. $2.99. It's just a basic Croft and Barrow. And there you go. How many items in my store and roughly on Poshmark? So, Mama J, on that, for my side, it's a little tricky because I don't just do clothing. Although this particular channel is for clothing, I also have an eBay account which focuses on nothing but electronics, just everything of the sorts. I mean, but I have two clothing accounts. I have one electronics account, and then I have one account that's all like toys and games and etc. So I have 4 total. The toys, games, and so forth is a partnered account. The electronics account is also a partnered account. I do this with a couple of buddies. So, yes, I have I have multiple eBay accounts. So I have 2 on my own, and the combined amount of listings in those stores are a little bit on those 2 clothing stores alone are right around 1,000. And yes, I do cross list on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. So I actually cross list on 3 different platforms. I also share those to Instagram. So I'm really listing on Instagram as well because they can just simply click the listing and buy it directly from either site. You see what I'm saying? So, yes, I do cross list on both. So, lastly, got some shoes to show. These are just some thigh-high boots. These are brand new, so I picked them up. They're really not branded, but they will still sell really well on Poshmark. If you guys don't know, shoes sell exceptionally well on Poshmark. These were $5.99 and they were 50% off. I picked them up for $3. And I'll sell them for $25. They are fancy. They're nice. Without a brand, I mean, if they were branded, that'd be really great, but they're still really nice. Next up, picked up this Antonio Milani pumps here. Nice point toe there. Very light wear on the bottom. 75 new things on Poshmark. On the roads again, you started filling Poshmark but got worried and pulled them. Why did you get worried? If you don't mind me asking. Let's see. I guess I just didn't see the comment above. So I'm actually recording this on my phone, so the comments disappear from my screen. So I only see them like right when you ask them. So I probably missed the comment. But yeah, so I didn't see the Poshmark comment above that. So guys, these are Luca B. I mean, I've never had a problem with that. So I cross list on both. I changed the description, and I mean not the description, but the title of the item. I never do it exactly the same as on eBay. I've but I've been selling on Poshmark for almost 2 years now. I've never had anything like happen to where I'm banned for something. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I have not heard that, but yeah. As far as eBay trolling for cross listers, yeah, I don't even know why they would troll for cross listers in terms of that. That's very bizarre. Okay, so then my new Poshmark, because once again, so my wife actually manages our old one, so we have that one as well. She has recently got into the reselling game as well, but only on Poshmark. So she now runs that closet, and my new one is ATX Trendsetters. So it doesn't have a whole lot of listings in it yet. It's I want to say like 100 or something like that. But as of last month, I pretty much cross list everything, especially women's clothing. So I said that I cross list everything, but I don't absolutely. I said I cross list on Mercari and Poshmark. It's either Mercari or Poshmark. I'll do it on either or. Men's I like to do more on Mercari, but I do on Poshmark as well. Women's I always cross list on Poshmark. So it's kind of like I kind of gauge it. I don't ever want to get to the yeah. She really just got into it, so she's enjoying it. She likes it. She's watched me do this for years now, and you know she just couldn't resist. She's a freelance writer, so she works from home as well. So what I'm showing you guys here is the Luca B. These are for calico. Just a buckle slip on here. Pick these up for $2. They'll sell for $25. And I'll bust out a complete Q&A once I get through this haul too. These are Echo men's lace-up dress shoes. Excellent condition. Paid $4 for these. Sell them for around $45. Echo is a great brand of dress shoes. Great brand here. If you ever see it, always pick these up. Men's dress shoes as well. A little bit of wear on the toes, but all in all, pretty good looking shoe on the bottom and so forth. Some very minor wear. They were $3, and if you can see this right here, they are Allen Edmonds. Allen Edmonds is a very high-end dress shoe. These will do very well. Probably look for the area, 75 to 100 on these. More than likely, they'll be in the $75 range with the minor scuffing that's on them. So, and that's it. And there was none. So that is the haul for the day. Like I said, so the ROI that I put in the video title, kind of a rough estimate, probably a little bit more. Probably looking at an ROI closer to 450 to 5 maybe. That's what I'm hoping for. So, yeah, it's a good day. Very good day sourcing. Lots of inventory to stock up for Q4. So, I appreciate it on the roads again. Definitely appreciate it. I appreciate you watching. You guys have any other questions for me? So I will. Okay, so Mama J, here's the thing. I do mainly thrift, but I do wholesale as well. I buy orders wholesale, especially for my electronics store and toy store. I like to do wholesale on those. I also do wholesale for Amazon FBA. So, yeah. But as far as clothing goes, yes, I mainly thrift. And I do Craigslist. You do mainly bins. Yeah, people do knock it. Yeah, toys in the 90s were big. Very big. I didn't do toys. So I wasn't quite on eBay in the 90s. I got on eBay around 2005. So my first account I opened up about 12 years ago. So, but I've been steady on eBay ever since. But but the bins, yes. So I hit the bins every once in a while. It's one of those things I can't do it a whole lot. Um, I just I hate fighting for stuff constantly, and but I do it. I probably hit the bins once a week on average, once every 2 weeks, maybe sometimes. I gotta take a break every once in a while. And so when I hit the bins, I mainly go for like, shoes and then like CDs and books for Amazon FBA. Hallmark ornaments, I remember those. And I don't know much about them, but they were big at one point. And the question in terms of shipping, is it different between eBay and Poshmark? So Poshmark, the shipping is charged to the customer regardless. So that's the way it works. If you sell something on Poshmark, they pay $6.49 shipping regardless for priority shipping. You get a prepaid label, slap it on a priority box that is non-flat rate, ship it out. And that's the way shipping goes on Poshmark. eBay, of course, you're able to manipulate your shipping a lot differently. Yes, shipping is expensive on Poshmark, but and of course they're pulling 20% of your sale as well. But I can pay. So here's the thing with Poshmark: a pair of jeans that I pull for, let's say, $4. Yeah, well, but see, as a seller, you've got to be able to. You need to really work that bundling option, especially during closet clear out. Like when you have closet clear out for Poshmark, that's your opportunity to make a lot of money. So, especially with bundling and etc., because they're getting discounted shipping, and I mean that's when to really make the sales. Discounted shipping during closet clear out on Poshmark is what really pulls buyers in. So, that's when you really Star Wars and Transformers 97 to 2002. Yeah. Yeah. I still I dabble a little bit with the Star Wars toys and so forth now. Yeah, I do a lot of clothing. I'd probably say I'm not 70%. I'm not yet. That's something I'm scaling that's new. Uh, I've been selling clothing for over 4 years now, almost 5 years. But in terms of like really scaling it to be a long tail, like, invested in business, it's a little bit newer. I've steadily had clothing items ranging in the 4 or 500 range for years. Any tips for getting people to bundle and Posh? Do you just price super low or just be patient? So I just make sure to offer the proper discount for bundling. I tend to do my bundling at 30%. So if you bundle 2 items, I do 3 items. If you bundle 3 items, you save 30%. So that's an incentive to buy. And if you do it during closet clear out, see, I price my items a little high on Poshmark and wait and wait and wait until closet clear out comes. So if you price those items high on Poshmark, wait for the closet clear out to come, and then you drop it by 10%, everyone who's liked your items gets a notification from Poshmark letting them know that you have dropped your item in that closet 10%, and they get discounted shipping on top of it all. So they already see that, and then they see that they can bundle 3 or more or 2 or more, whatever you want to bundle, and they still get the discount shipping. See what I'm saying? So closet clear out, that's where you really want to look for it on Poshmark, because that's when they're going to get discounted shipping, and that's where you can take these items that you have kind of inflated the price of a little bit and drop them to what you're actually looking for, and it'll entice people to buy them. I would say probably 40% of my sales on Poshmark, both of our accounts. The one that my old one that my wife runs now, and the newer one that I have. At least 40% of our sales came off of closet clear out. So, there you go. So on Poshmark, that's what you want to look for. Yes, you did just miss closet clear out. But they'll do it again. They'll do it again here in probably a couple weeks. So, just watch for it. And on the roads again, that's where I'm at. I would say I'm probably about 50-50 right now. We have a lot of items at our electronics store. So, but I would love to get on that level in clothing. Electronics is definitely what we have the most of. Most of our items in that store. Like I said, that's actually a partnered account. I run that with a buddy, 2 buddies, and yeah. So that's not all me. I won't take all the credit on that, but it's definitely our most profitable account as well. Anybody who sells electronics will know it's just higher end items. We sell a lot of vintage Blu-ray player or vintage VCR, DVD combos, lots of Blu-ray players, home theater systems, sound systems. We sell a lot of that on that account, so the ticket prices are a lot higher. You guys got any other questions for me? Poshmark or eBay, it doesn't really matter. I don't mind answering questions on either platform. Like I said, I've been on Poshmark for about 2 years. VHS downstairs, you never thought that so. Oh, well, it depends on the brand. It depends on, do you have a remote with it? I mean, there are some things with it. Don't get me wrong. VCRs, though, yeah, believe it or not, VCRs sell. So do VHS tapes, and that's what I primarily pick up at the bins. Not primarily VHS tapes, but like CDs, VHS tapes, Panasonic with remote. There you go. Yeah, you should totally sell that. Let's Get Clicking says, which is your favorite platform and why? Okay, so this is really a two-sided answer, but I like both platforms for different reasons. It is a great question, by the way. I wish eBay was as user-friendly as Poshmark in terms of listing. Listing on Poshmark is so much quicker. That being said, your audience is so much larger on eBay. So, of course, I love eBay because that's my main platform. I make the majority of my money off of eBay. So I love eBay. But Poshmark and Mercari both serve a great purpose. I mean, they pull me in some good sales every month. They're very user friendly. I can throw up a Poshmark listing in about 2 minutes. Maybe, I mean, even less. Especially because you can just copy and paste your eBay description on Poshmark. I just changed the title. So, and then I kind of just... Poshmark is one of these platforms where you can kind of like inflate the item a little bit. I use descriptive words like, amazing and awesome, which I tend to not try to use on eBay just because I know how the buyer base works and they will take advantage of anything that you said to be like, well, I don't know that these would be amazing. That's just how it works on eBay. So on eBay, I'm very straight to the point. On Poshmark, I'll use the same description, but throw in a few extra little keywords. No, that is not the case. The people have asked me this before in terms of you have to have all these subs to go live. As far as I know, it's 100 subs. I was able to go live after 100 subs. Now, it could be the fact that I have a partnered account, or it could be my history. I don't really know. I'll be honest, So, how do I do it? So if you have 100 subs, I mean, I think you should be able to go live. I mean, like I said, I have a partnered account. I'm sure you do as well, to where you're pulling AdSense revenue. Um, I'm not pulling a lot of AdSense revenue. Obviously, I only have 194 subscribers. Like I said, that's not really my primarily my reason for being here. I like to just share my stuff. You know, it's it's kind of like just messing around with some friends, kind of type thing. Look what I got. That's really and spreading some knowledge. So, but the way I do it is I simply prop my phone up in landscape, hit go live. Like on the top of your screen for YouTube, there'll be a little camera button. When you click on that camera, it should give you the option to record or go live. So that's how you do it, and it'll be right on your mobile. But yeah, I've been able to do it, I mean, for about a month now. And that was, yeah. Yeah, you should give it a try. But I definitely appreciate all of y'all checking it out. This is hands down the longest video I've ever done on YouTube, which is awesome. I like doing that. I like yes, it makes it so much easier to make a video. Recording it, uploading, processing, all of that is so time consuming. I can record this live and, sorry, I missed that last question. What was the question about my, the YouTube gods? No, I don't mind you running me long. I don't mind that at all. So really, I set aside an hour to do these videos. That's pretty much what I do. So really, you haven't run me long. They're just usually end up being shorter because I don't have a whole lot of subs. And yes, going live mobile thrifting. So I've never done that on YouTube. I do it over on my Instagram though. I like to throw a few sourcing live videos on Instagram. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, feel free to do so. Link will be in the description, of course, after the video and so forth. And please hit the like button if you didn't. I appreciate it. Just lets me know whether or not you did actually like it. Yes, Instagram has live as well. Instagram actually has a story mode exactly like Snapchat now as well. So you can update your story the same way you do on Snapchat on Instagram. And I do that as well. So that's what I'm saying, Mom and Jay. Social media. Got to keep up with social media. You'll definitely find that it will definitely help you out. Did our third haul video the other day. And thank you for hitting the button. I appreciate it. Awesome, Mom and Jay. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, definitely get Instagram, get Twitter. Get these platforms going. That's why they're there. They're there for you to utilize them. And as far as the cross-listing thing goes, in terms of Poshmark and eBay, I don't know why eBay... For one, I have completely different pictures on Poshmark. So they're not the same pictures. Description's been tweaked. Title's different. So, I don't know. I don't think they could really even troll my Poshmark. So, and as far as I know, in terms of service, I mean, that's not a violation. So, you guys got any other questions? Anything? If not, I'm going to start to wrap it up. Scared to sell high end on eBay because Vero does. Okay, so yeah, tons of people are scared to sell high end. Yeah, on the roads again. Your store name's different. I mean, I even have the same store name. I mean, I won't lie. I have this. So, I mean, well, no, I guess not. Not in terms of my new eBay store. But yeah. And the Vero thing, I mean, in terms of high-end items, you just got to make sure they're authentic. You have to be able to really know if a product is authentic. There are certain things to look for and to make sure you put those in the description. So, like, I pick up a lot of True Religion jeans, which are highly knocked off. This is a brand that, you know, people imitate everywhere. But there are certain things that you can look for on a pair of True Religion jeans that will verify that they are authentic. So, and a lot of those things being the embossing on the buttons, the YKK stamped zipper, the silver hologram tag on the second True Religion tag. That'll be a hologram strip on that that will indicate that they are authentic. Oh yeah, now that can be a problem. If you're selling something that's authentic and the company doesn't want you to sell it, then yes, yeah, that can definitely be an issue. Um, there's nothing you can really do on that but take the hit and list it elsewhere. I mean, you know, and all they can do is remove it. But you never really know what's going to be pulled and whether or not the company's going to be cool with you selling it or not. So if you get hit from eBay on a Vero search, then I mean, there's nothing you can do in that instance. Just take it down. Um, I mean, most of the stuff I list that is authentic that people would be like, oh hey, that's you know, diesel. So you found a pair of diesel, but were afraid to list them because you thought that they might be fake. So, and even in terms of diesel, there are definitely certain things to look for. So, diesel a lot will depend on where they are made. Most diesel will be made in Italy, so you can look for that. The diesel industry tag across the pocket will always be present in most cases. In terms of the newer diesel, they will always be across the pocket. You can always look for the diesel industry tag across there. And then on diesel jeans, authentic diesel will have the same font for every pair on the inside belt loop that has the size indicated as well as the style of the jean, and it will be upside down. So this is how you know if diesel jeans are authentic or not. So these are the things you want to look for when trying to prove the authenticity of some diesel jeans. Those three things will mainly tell you whether or not they're fake or not. Made in Italy, upside down tag on the inside belt loop with the line, it'll say like the VAR or, you know, Victor or whatever line it is. They'll be upside down on the belt loop and diesel industry on the pocket. That's what you look for. Anybody else got any like you know, brand questions in terms of verification and authenticity? So I can hit you with these all day too. I mean, because this is one of the main concern. Yes, this is absolutely my full time. I've been a full time reseller for years now. That's all I do. The YouTube side is new, but in terms of reselling, yes, I've been a full time reseller for almost 5 years now. Kate Spade. So Kate Spade is one of those brands. It just depends on what you're dealing with in Kate Spade. Uh, Shoes, handbags. You have a certain like Kate Spade uh, are just clothing. Because if it's clothing, most Kate Spade will be authentic. Purse. Okay, yeah, purse. So if you're looking for the to authenticate a Kate Spade purse, this will be mainly. So Kate Spade is a brand that's in rotation pretty regularly. So you'll be able to check comps pretty easily on that brand. Um, but you of course want to look on the inside for stitching errors or anything that might give it away in terms of, you know, embroidery or whatever the handbag is like, however it's laid out. Because, you know, there's a lot of different varieties in Kate Spade. You can find a leather handbag that's just a clutch, or you can get an embroidered crossbody. I mean, it kind of just depends. So you're going to mainly look for the way the purse is constructed. Stitching, layout, symmetry, just basics like that. Kate Spade would be pretty easy to, tell if that's a real purse or not. Like I said, online you should easily be able to find. Also, a lot of Kate Spade are tagged on the inside, and they will have a serial or a cut number on the inside, and you'll be able to verify it through that as well. There are some lines where that's not the case, but on most that is the case. By the way, Kate Spade does pretty well in terms of purses. Purses, shoes, they do pretty well. I don't really mess with the clothes. Same with Jack Spade. Don't really mess with that. Alright. Do I charge for shipping? So, obviously on Poshmark, they charge the customer for shipping. Some things on eBay, I charge for shipping. Some things I don't. So it's kind of, it depends. So I base this upon category, the way I have my store model. Like jeans, I will, most cases like jeans, I'll do free shipping on. Just because flat rate padded, I just, I build that into my overall price, and I just ship it flat rate. And of course, I mean, a flat rate padded for me is $6.30. Like I said, I just build that into my overall price. Any other shipping questions? Okay, let's get clicking. That's a good question. Are you not supposed to use priority boxes on Poshmark? Is that a lie? Okay, so, and yes, Jill, that's completely correct. I definitely different categories get different shipping rules with me. It's just the way I roll. If something's going to have to go into a priority shirt box to where that's going to be by weight, I'm going to allow that to be calculated and paid for by the buyer. Because I'm not going to eat some shipping that I undercharge for, or etc. I would rather not go that route. I'll just let them buy it, paid with the shipping, price it a little lower. So, now, the priority boxes on Poshmark. Okay, so you can't use priority flat rate boxes on Poshmark. You have to use priority boxes for Poshmark. You get I mean, that's all you can use. You have to use the mailing boxes, yes. So, the shirt boxes, the small hat boxes, priority, you have to use those. The shoe boxes, I don't know if you guys order priority shoe boxes. If you don't, you should. They're awesome. They make shipping shoes so much easier. So yes, you have to use priority boxes on Poshmark, but you can't use flat rate priority boxes. Yes, shoe boxes are awesome. So I do have a lot of shoes I ship in padded flat rates as well. If they're smaller size shoes, I bubble wrap them very securely. Padded flat rate. So yeah, that's like I just sold a pair of Prada ballet flats the other day. I shipped those padded flat rate. I like quadruple wrapped them in bubble wrap and slid them in a padded flat rate. And they shipped fine. I already got positive feedback on them. Smooth transaction. Picked those up at a yard sale. It's very, very nice flip. Flat rate shoe boxes are available on the USPS website. So that's where you want to go for those. You can pick those up. You just got to order them. You can have them either, and they're usually shipped to your house. Sometimes they'll leave a notification for you to pick them up at the post office. It kind of just depends. But yeah, they're available to order on the United States Postal Service website. They're free, also, of course. They just want you to use them for shipping. And that same goes with all priority boxes, by the way. You can order the shirt boxes, hat boxes. No, the shoe boxes are not flat rate. They are by weight. So, always remember that. They are by weight, they're not flat rate. Do I do bulk shipping on supplies before Q4? Oh, yes, absolutely. So I order all my products off of Amazon. So, I mean, I have them shipped directly, to my office space. I mean, it's easiest. So that's the thing. If you're a reseller, you cannot be going to the store for all your products on a regular basis. I had a guy the other day tell me that he buys all of his products from Walmart, and I was like, you kidding me? I could never do that. I appreciate it. Let's get clicking. That's what I'm here for. I just want to spread knowledge as much as I can. So, and if I can help anybody learn anything, then I feel like I at least accomplished a portion of what I set out to do. So, but absolutely, yeah, exactly. That's what I said. Mama J said I'd be broke if I bought all my stuff at Walmart, and that's absolutely true. Jill, I appreciate it. You're new to the channel. I definitely appreciate it. I am also newer to YouTube as well, so that's why, as you see, like I said earlier, I don't have a whole lot of subscriptions yet. So, I mean, works out well for me though. Like I said, I'm able to just talk to a few people back and forth, and yeah, I can actually learn to I can meet people. Actually, it's not just shouting at a bunch of names in a chat room. So, but yeah, if I bought all my stuff at Walmart, for one, time is an issue. I mean, there's no way. I couldn't spend all my time going buying, mailers and tape, and I mean, it makes me want to pull my hair out just thinking about it. I could never do that. Now I order everything in bulk off Amazon, and it comes right to my door. I use a Dymo printer. I don't have to run through ink and etc. Exactly. Selling is a lonely job at times. I totally agree with that. Selling can be a very lonely job, and YouTube gives you a platform to talk to people who are reselling. I mean, and I love talking to people who are newer at reselling. That's always the most awesome part. I mean, just because I like to know the journey, I like to hear the experience. You know, that's the best part of doing this, in my opinion. I mean, I think a lot of people just go through videos and they throw them up just to get ad revenue. I don't. I mean, I'm not hating on those guys who have all these YouTube channels. I won't lie, I've watched a few of them, but I mean, I don't know. Do I primarily sell clothes? Okay, so I was just talking about that, Jill. I actually have 4 separate accounts. 2 are more clothing based, and 1 is electronics, and 1 is toys and games and gadgets. So the electronics and toys and games and gadgets are partnered accounts that I run with a buddy. And yes, I do think some are kind of, yeah, in terms of YouTube resellers. Okay, so the white background for eBay, I mean, I've had a lot of questions on this. So this is really just for eBay's search recognition base. They're just trying to get it primarily to where they can recognize a brand. Or what did I do before eBay? I actually was a bartender and started my own bartending business where I did like weddings and so forth beforehand. I did that for quite a while until I realized that was a lot of work. So I moved more into reselling, which is still a little, it's a lot of work, but I have more of a passion for it. I've been bartending so long, I wasn't passionate about doing it anymore. I had a boss for so many years to where even when I went to doing it for myself and became my own boss, I no longer wanted to do it. So it was one of those things. It was kind of like a pipe dream that I set out to do, and I was like, I'm gonna start my own bartending company, and yeah, I couldn't. Yes, and that's me too. I was sick of the dead end jobs. That was really what it came down to. So, well, guys, my phone is about to die. My battery power just gave me the indication, so. And reselling is definitely more fun. I will be my own boss for the rest of my life. That's a guarantee, and I love it. I appreciate all of y'all for coming to check out the video. Jill, awesome. I'm glad you're here. New to the channel. Let's get clicking. Mama J on the roads again. All you who check me out every time, I greatly appreciate it. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. And follow me on Instagram if you want to. I appreciate it, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Take it easy.